Hi there, I'm Neil of Deanna and Neil, and today we're going to be drawing this guy, Squishy, from Marshmallow Martians. That's our graphic novel series published by Penguin Random House for Kids for young readers. And Squishy is a Martian made of marshmallow from the planet Moop, and he loves Earth food. And just like all the other Marshmallow Martians, he loves everything to do with Earth. So let's get started. So Squishy is essentially made of a marshmallow, just like Snug was. And you can find our Snug video on our YouTube channel as well. So let's draw the body for Squishy. So it's just a little, it's kind of like a tube. It's a marshmallow standing on a table kind of thing. So I'm drawing very lightly here, and you can see that it's a little messy, but that's fine. At this point, that's what we want, because it's more important that we're really trying to get the shapes that we're after. So there's his body, and then we'll draw a line which will help us place all the facial features. So I like to draw a line down the center of the head, so that would be like right down the middle between the eyes, like that, whoops, like this. And then another one that goes right across the face at about the halfway point. So that's about here. So now we'll put his eyeballs on, and he's got really big circular eyeballs, and they sit roughly like that with a little bit of space between the eyes and the top of the head. Now we'll put his mouth on like that, and we'll add in the pupils on the eyes. We'll just have them looking at us. And now we'll add on the arms. So if you remember, or if you want to look at the Snug video, Snug, she's always very excited, and she has her arms out with her hands like fingers spread wide open like this. And as you can see, Squishy, he's doing more like this, like a yeah kind of pose. So we'll draw the arms. So they just come out the side of the body like this. And then we'll do the fists. And when I draw fists, I usually start with the thumb. And the thumb usually just goes right towards the middle like this. And then I draw the fingers starting from the outside. And I make sure they curl underneath that thumb. So all our marshmallow characters have 3 fingers and then a thumb. So that's what I'm doing here. There we go. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So there's, whoops, 1 finger, 2 fingers, and 3 fingers, like that. And then we'll draw the antenna. So there's 2 antennae like that. And then the circles go on the ends like this, and the circles are actually marshmallows. So now let's add some little facial features to these guys, or to Squishy, to finish them up. So we have a shine in the eye like that. 1 in each, they're just little ovals. And then the tongue in the mouth, just a little rounded shape. And then I'm just going to finish that eye up. And then the eyelashes, and that's what I always forget. So 1, 2, 3, just 3 lines. And I really want to make sure this last one isn't hitting right where the body and the eyeball intersect. So that looks pretty good. That looks like our friend Squishy. I'm actually just going to make this arm a little bit bigger, and it's very easy to do when you're using software like this. Sorry if you're using paper, but you can just erase it as well. There we go. That looks better. So now that we have our sketch, we can start cleaning it up. So that's why I'm not too worried about having lines like this that cross over the eyes and stuff like that, because I know I'll be able to fix it later. So I'm going to make this drawing very faint, and it's kind of like using tracing paper. So if you are working with paper at home, you can just put another sheet of paper over top of your sketch, and we'll just clean it up. So what we'll be doing is drawing and not doing those lines where they intersect like that, because you wouldn't see them. So it actually helps your drawing be more solid if you do those intersecting lines when you're sketching. So we'll just tidy it up. And if I spot any little mistakes, it's totally fine if I fix them right now. You can keep fixing or changing your drawing right up until the point where you decide to say it's done. Or when you have to have it finished sometimes. Sometimes you have to have it done by a certain time if you were working on a deadline, but for this, we can just get it right before we call it finished. So let's draw that other eye. I'm not really doing it in any particular order, but I am really just making sure that I get everything cleaned up. So let's do the mouth. Might make it a little bit bigger. Actually, I like the way it was. Like that. Now we'll do this arm. The arm has such a very slight bend to it. There we go. There's the thumb. And there's the top of the arm. And then the top of the body. And then the top of the head like this. Whoops, I'm just going to make it a little rounder to match the sketch. I like how the sketch looked with that. Before I forget, I'll do these eyelashes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then those antenna. And I see that I made this one a little too long. They shouldn't poke that far into the little round balls at the end. So I'm going to fix that while I'm doing this. So there's the one ball at the end, and there's the other. And those are actually marshmallows, just so you know. So I think I got everything, and it's looking pretty clean. There we go. So I'm going to turn off the sketch layer, and if you're doing it on paper, you can just take out your bottom sheet just to make sure we got everything. And it looks good. I see eyelashes and eye shines, and there's a tongue in the mouth. Got the antenna on there. So there we go. That's squishy. Well, I almost forgot, but there's something that's missing from our drawing, isn't there? Color. So let's color up squishy. So I'm going to change the background color here to gray so I can make sure that I don't leave any gaps in my drawing. So I will fast forward through the coloring, but you feel free to watch and color along on your own. And there's Squishy. Thank you for drawing with me today.